Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. You are looking live at Martinsville Speedway for the running of the Goodies 500 laps here at the Paperclip. And on the pole for this race, and the number 5 Levi Garrett Chevrolet is Jeffrey Bodine. Outside pole sitter in the Budweiser Chevy for his Neil Bonnet. His teammates starting third, DW. And starting fourth is Terry Labonte in the 44. Starting fifth in the 15 is Rudd. Starting sixth, Kyle Petty in the 711. Woods Brothers, 7 cars. Starting seventh, Wallace in the 2. Starting eighth, Ron Bouchard in the 47, starting ninth in the 9 car. See if that's a good omen for Mr. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Starting 10th is the 33 of Gant. Starting 11th, Earnhardt in the 3. Starting 12th is Ellis in the 18. Starting 13th in the 00 is Shepard. Starting 14th is the King, Richard Petty in the 43. Starting 15th is the 22 of Allison. Starting 16th, Schrader in the 90 car. Starting 17th is Richmond. And that old Milwaukee 27. Starting 18th is Saxon the 77. Starting 19th is Baker in the 88. Starting 20th is Phil Parsons in the 66. Starting 21st, Hillen Jr. in the 8. Starting 27th in the 67 is Arrington. Starting 23rd in the 71 is Marcus. Starting 24th in the 52 is Jimmy Smut Means. Starting 25th, the Canadian Trevor Boys in the 49. Starting 26th in the 64 is Dwyer. Starting 27th is JD in the 70. Starting 28th in the 74 is Bobby Wowak. Starting 29th in Eddie Burchell in the 6th. Starting 30th, another Elliott in the 72, Brett Elliott. And starting shotgun, dead last, our points leader. That's right, Lake Speed, after 22 races, is leading Bill Elliott by 4 points in this season. And he's starting dead last. So, Lake Speed's going to take us to the green here. It'll be 28 turns, 500 laps here at the Paperclip. And to get us started is Lake Speed as ID Jester joins us. Yeah, I really enjoy this game, ID. When I'm playing it, it's my favorite game. And when I'm playing APA's my favorite game. But this engine somehow works great. I mean, it's so realistic. It's amazing how the top 5 and 10 normally pan out in this. It is crazy. Great game. And here we go to get started. Turn number 1. We will have a middle group of stars. Who are the stars back here in the middle group? First one up is Buddy Baker. He's got 2 stars. He could get the lead here from Jeffrey Bodine. 3, 2, 5. And DW holds him off. But Baker's got another shot here. And a 5. I think he needed a 4. Yep. Greg Sachs, he's got a shot to move up. He's got double star. He can move up here to the top. He can move up to the lead on a 4. He needed a 4. 6, 2. And Rusty barely holds him off, but he's got another shot at it. And a 1, 1, 5. And he's going to go from 18th up to 2nd. Knocks Neil Bonnet out of the top 10. How about that? And next up is Handsome Harry Ganton, that 33 Skull Bandit. And not with the 6, he's not going nowhere. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville in that 9 car has got a shot at the lead. He's got double star. And 3, 4, 5. And Ricky Rudd's going to have to use his chip to hold Bill off. Bill's got another shot here. and a 3-6-6. So Bill moves up 2 spots, knocks Rusty out of the top group, back to ninth. And last but not least, Ron Bouchard's got a star quality and a 3-6-6. So he knocks Bill out of the top group right away. Bill only moves up 1 spot. So after turn number 1, you got Jeffrey Bodine, Sachs second, DW third, Labonte fourth, Rudd fifth, Kyle Petty sixth, Bouchard seventh, Elliott eighth, Rusty ninth, and rounding out the top 10 is Handsome Harry Gann as we go to turn number 2. And it's going to be another middle group. This time it's going to be heat. Who's bringing the heat? And Mr. Schrader in that Junie Donlevy 90 car's got the heat and a 4-1-6. Nope, he needed a 3. And the King's got heat. Can the King get up here? Not with a 5, he can't. And the last one with heats, Bill Elliott. 2 chances. Can Bill get back up here to the lead group? And a 2-5-5. And he's going to get 6th place. Going to knock Kyle Petty back to 8th. And now Elliott's got a shot at the lead. Jeffrey with the chip was going to keep the lead no matter what. But it only takes a 4 to get him. And a 3-3. He holds him off. Doesn't need to use his chip. Turn number 3. And we got a top group. We got TV in the top group. And we got a problem. So first, the TV is only Ricky Rudd. So it'll take a 5 or a 6 to get Jeffrey again. He's got the chip, so he won't lose the lead. Will he have to burn his chip? Nope. Won't have to burn his chip. And poor Brett Elliott, not Bill Elliott, Brett Elliott, back air in 30th, and the 72 blows up. And Elliott, we'll put Brett here. Brett will finish 31st, first car out of the race here at the paperclip on the turn number 4. And we got another middle group. This time it's heat again. Who's got the heat? And Ken Schrader, first one up again. And Schrader with a 4 doesn't get her done. He needed a 3. And the only other driver with heat's Kyle Petty. 2 chances. Can Kyle Petty get back up here to the top? And a 4-3-6. And he's going to get 4th away from Texas Terry Labonte. And now he's going after Mr. Bodine for the lead. Again, Bodine's got that chip. And a 5-2. He's going to hold off Kyle. We go to turn number 5. And we got we're not doing few to fume. And we got a top group of a problem. So who's got the problem? And it's going to be poor Eddie's got the problem. A 53. What kind of problems poor Eddie have? He's got a handling. He'll roll for repair. And it is no change in the repair. So it's early in the race. It'll take a 3 for him to stay in the race. And he doesn't. So poor Eddie is going to finish 30th in that 6 car. So Eddie will finish 30th. And we got 29 cars still running as we go to turn number 6. Jeffrey Bodine leading the field. Sachs second. DW third. Kyle Petty fourth. Rudd 5th. Awesome Bill 6th. Ron Bouchard 7th. Texas Terry 8th. Rusty 9th, and Handsome Harry rounds out the top 10, turn number 6. As Philip joins us. Yeah, I would ID. Like I say, it's a hell of a game. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Like I say, and it's so realistic. I mean, I hate to use the term. The mechanics are simple, but it works. It just works. So we go to turn number 6. We got a middle group and we got another problem, and it's poor Bobby Wowak. See what kind of problem Wowak has. A 54. And a 54. He's bumped from the side. He's It's got a little bit of damage, and will he be able to keep the car on the track? Again, it'll take a 3 not to come out. So Bobby's the next car that drops out with body damage. Can't get the car repaired, so the 74 will finish 29th. And we move on to our first pit stop of the race. See who's going to get a shot at chips here. Who's going to get a shot at getting some chips. And it's going to be both groups 5 and 3 switch. And we'll grab a handful of chips back here. And see if anybody can get some fast pits here. Get some chips. Jeffrey Bodon's already got a chip. Can he get another one? He needs a 6 to get another chip. And nope. Greg Sachs needs a 4. Nope. DW needs a 6. Nope. Awesome Bill needs a 9. He gets her done. Nice job by that Melling crew. Rudd needs a 6. Gets it done. Nice job by Bud Moore and that Motorcraft. And can the Woods brothers get Cal Petty out quick? He needs a 7. Nope. Ron Bouchard needs a 4. Nope. Texas Terry needs a 5 for that Piedmont car, and he gets it. Nice job by the Piedmont Chevrolet crew. And Rusty needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Handsome Harry needs a 6 for that Skull Bandit, and he gets her done. Nice job by the Skull Bandit crew. Earnhardt needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Ken Schrader needs a 3. Gets her done. Nice job. Junie Donlevy and the gang for that 94 Thunderbird. Tim Richmond needs a 4. Doesn't get it. The King needs a 4. Nice job by that STP crew. Gets it done. And Bobby Allison needs a 4. Can the Dygar team get him out quick? No, they can't. Tommy Ellis needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Morgan needs a 4. He doesn't get it. Neil Bonnet needs a 5. Doesn't get it. And last but not least, Buddy Baker needs a 4. And doesn't get it. We'll move everybody up here. Alrighty, can anybody beat Jeffrey Bodon out of the pits? Jeffrey's led this race from the drop of the green flag. And a 3-5. And Greg Sachs does, but Jeffrey will use his chip to hold him off. We go to turn number 8 out of 28 turns. And we got a top group, and we got another problem. Lots of problems today. And it's poor J.D. McDuffie. J.D. blows up. That engine went kaboom in a hurry. So J.D. will finish 28th. And we move on to turn number 9. Apartment number 9. I don't know if you're familiar with that song. And we got a bottom group for the first time, and it's Smart. Who's smart back here? Anybody smart? If they were smart, they wouldn't be back here, right? Dave Marcus is double smart. He might be able to move up to the top group. And 4-2-1, I doubt it. And it was even. And Ken Schrader holds him off without using a chip. But he's got another shot here. And a 6 ain't getting it done. And a matter of fact, a 6, poor Dave has a problem with that 6. What kind of problems he got? A 36. And he's got a vibration. He'll stay in the race, but he'll drop back to last. So everybody else will just move up. He'll drop back to 27th. And Buddy Arrington's got a shot at moving out of the rear with the gear. Not with the 6. And how about Bobby Hillin Jr. in that 8 car? Not with a 5. And we go on to turn number 10. Here we go. Turn 10 is a top group of TV. And another problem, the only TV driver is Ricky Rudd, and he has a chip. Jeffrey Bodine is going to probably lose the lead here. Takes a 5 or a 6 to hold him off, to beat him rather, without using the chip. And we got to roll the right die. It helps. And a 6-1's not getting it done. So Rudd will use his chip. And Jeffrey Bodine gets past here on turn number 10. Almost got a chip after leading 10 laps, but he didn't. So Ricky Rudd, the Rooster, gets the lead here on turn 10. Got Elliott second, Bodine third, Sachs fourth, DW fifth, Kyle Petty sixth, Bouchard seventh, Texas Terry eighth, Handsome Harry ninth, and Ken Schrader rounds out the top 10 as we go to turn number 11 as Beatles joins us here today. Check out his great channel. Check out ID's great channel and Philip Reynolds' great channel. And we go on to turn number 11. And we got a bottom group, a rare problem, a lot of problems. Rare problem in the bottom group. Let's see what the rare problem is first. Rare problem in the bottom group of 36, black flag bottom group. See black flag table. Now we got to find the driver that has the problem. And it's 13. That'll be the second car. Bobby Hilling gets black flagged. And we'll roll this to see what kind of reason they black flagged him. And the smoke coming out of the vehicle, they black flag him. He goes in the pits. He will get to come back out, but he'll be dead last now. He'll be 27th. And we go to turn number 12. Getting close to the halfway mark. And we got a middle group of star. Who's got the star back here? First one up is Buddy Baker. 2 chances here. 2 chances for Buddy Baker. And a 3-5-3. And he's going to get Cal Petty. And now he's got a shot at Ricky Rudd for the lead. Buddy Baker. And that 88 car flying up through the pack here. And it'll take a 5 or 6 to get him. And a 5-2 don't get it done. Neil Bonnet trying to get back up here. The outside pole setter. Back here in 18th, can he get back up to the top group? Not with a 4-1, he can't. Not happening this time. And Handsome Harry Gant with star quality and a chip. And a 4-4-1. He'll have to use his chip to get DW. He knocks DW out of the top group. DW back to 9th. And that's it for turn number 12. We go to lucky turn number 13. Lucky for somebody here. And there's another stinking problem. And this time it's Dave Marcus with another problem. He survived the first one. Can he survive the second one here? And a clutch problem. And we're now in the middle part of the race, and they're not going to have enough time to fix that clutch. So Dave Marcus will finish 27th in the 71. So Dave's out of the race. Now we got 26 cars running in the race with Ricky Rudd leading this race, followed by Bill Elliott in second, Jeffrey Bodine third, Sachs fourth, Handsome Harry fifth, Buddy sixth, Bouchard seventh, Terry eighth, DW ninth, and Ken Schrader rounds out the top 10. Turn number 14, and the cross flags are out. Cross flags, we're halfway through this race, folks. Flying through it. And we got a duel, and it'll be the 5 cars in the middle. And that's going to be Shepard and Ellis, and they're not going to try the duel. They only have 3 stars. So we go to turn number 15. And it is a middle group of heat. They're bringing the heat. And first up is Cal Petty trying to get that 7-Eleven Woods Brothers back up to the front. A 4-3-2. And Greg Sachs holds him off, but he's got another shot. He's got double heat. And a 5-1 ain't getting it done. Cal Petty can't get out of the bottom middle group. And the King's got heat and a chip. King trying to get up to the top group here with a 1-2-4. And the King's going to get third place away from Jeffrey Bodine. The pole sitter and the guy was dominating this race. Drops out of the top 10 now. The King up to third with a chip. Nice to see that STP Pontiac up front. And Ken Schrader's got heat and a chip. And a 2-1-3. And he won't get Bill. He'll burn his chip, and he's going to force Bill to burn his chip to hold him off. And that's it for heat. We go to turn number 16. Get rid of the cross flags here. And we got a duel, and that'll be the 4 cars in the middle group. That's Bobby Allison and Richmond, and they're going to go for it. So Bobby's going to go after DW. Can he get DW? Yes, he does. He puts DW in a bad spot, and he gets a chip. And Richmond's going to go after Kenny Schrader, try to crack the top 10. And he gets it done, and he puts Kenny Schrader in a bad spot. Let's see if these guys can keep from wrecking here after being put in a rough spot. DW needs 8. Yeah, DW needs an 8. There's no modifier. Nope, stays an 8. Not to wreck. And poor DW wrecks. He is not happy with Bobby Allison and that stinking Alabama gang member. So DW wrecks. Schrader needs a 7 not to wreck. And he wrecks also. He's not happy with Mr. Richmond. So the yellow flag comes out the first time the yellow comes out today. And everybody will move up. And let's see if they can get these cars fixed. DW is having some terrible luck, folks. Terrible luck. If you remember, in 1985, DW won the championship. But in the last few races, where did Tim go? What happened here? Got DW. Oh, there's Kenny. I've already put him over there. So, okay. First up is DW. A D, and we're in the middle part. He needs a 6 to stay in this race. Come on, DW. And he does. He'll drop back to 25th. And Kenny, he needs a 5 to stay in the race. And he doesn't. Schrader is not happy at all with Mr. Richmond. So Schrader will finish 26th. That'll bring out the caution. And we'll have the pit stop on turn 18 instead of 17. So first we'll do the pit stop before we go back to green. Let's see who's going to get a shot at some chips here. It'll be the top group 1 and 2 switch. 1 and 2 switch. And he stays there. And we'll rearrange these guys because they can't get a chip. So that's that. Now we'll see who in the top group can get a chip. Just grab a few chips here. Don't need a lot. First up is Rudd. He needs a 6. Doesn't get it. The King needs a 4 to get a second chip. Doesn't get it. Elliott needs a 9 to get a chip. He gets it. Sachs needs a 4 to get a chip. And he gets it done. Nice job by that crew. Handsome Harry needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Baker needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And last but not least is Ron Bouchard. He needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Now let's see if anybody can beat Ricky out of the pits. We don't have to rearrange anybody. The top 3 all have chips. Nobody else does. And it is a 6-2. Ron Bouchard gets the lead here. How about that on turn number 18? Ron Bouchard puts that Chevy up front, the 47, up front here at the paperclip. Only 10 turns left as we go to turn number 19. The green flag drops with Ron Bouchard in the lead. The King second. Awesome Bill third. Greg Sachs fourth. Handsome Harry fifth. Buddy Baker sixth. Ricky Rudd seventh. Tim Richmond eighth. Terry Labonte ninth. And Bobby Allison rounds out the top 10. Turn number 19. And we got a top group of problem again. Who's got the problem this time? Poor Clark Dwyer with a 33. That might be an odd problem. That's an odd problem. Let's see what kind of odd problem he's got. 26 car just shuts off, and that'll end Dwyer's day. Clark will finish 25th in that 64. So Dwyer finishes 25th. And we only have 24 cars running now. Everybody moves up. And we go to turn 20. Turn 20 here. And we got a bottom group of skill. It's the first time we've had skill today. And nope, Bobby Hillen's got skill. Can he get out of the rear with the gear? A 4, nope. Lake Speed's got skill. Can he get out of the rear with the gear? And a 4, 6, 5. And he'll move up to 18th. Lake Speed goes from 22nd up to 18th, knocking Phil Parsons back. And that's it for skill. We go to turn number 21. And we got a middle group of control and another problem. I mean, there's just been problems left and right in this race. So first time we've had control. And let's see here. Morgan Shepherd could get the lead here. He's got double control. A 2-5-4. And he's going to go from 15th up to 6th. How about Morgan Shepherd? Skating his way up there. If you're a NASCAR fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Morgan Shepherd, he goes around the garage in roller skates. And it'll take a 5 or 6 to get Ron. And a 1-5. Morgan Shepherd goes from 15th up to the lead in that 00 car. How about that, folks? Here on turn number 21. Morgan Shepherd in the lead in that 00 car. And Rusty Wallace could get the lead here. He's got double control. And a 3-3-4. And Sachs is going to have to use a chip to hold him off. And a 5 ain't getting there done. He needed a 4. Earnhardt, first we talked about Earnhardt today. He's got control. And a 3-1-3. And the King's going to have to use this chip to hold off Earnhardt. And now you got Jeffrey Bodine trying to get back up here to the top group with a 4-5-4. And Ron Bouchard, he's going to drop out of the top 10 as Jeffrey Bodine goes up to 6th. Bobby Allison with the chip and control. And a 5. It's not going to get it done, so he's going to have to burn his chip. Ricky Rudd's going to drop back to 10th as Bobby Allison gets up to 7th. And Texas Terry Labonte with a chip and double control. He could get the lead here from Morgan. A 3-2-3. And he doesn't get Bill. So he'll burn his chip and he'll make Bill burn his chip. Now he's got a second chance at getting up here. And a 161 ain't getting it done. Now Tim Richmond in an old Milwaukee Pontiac's got control and a chip. And a 256, and he's not going to need it. And he's going to go from 8th, knock Jeffrey Bodine out of the top group. And Richmond's up there with a chip. So we go to turn number 22. And we got a top group of reflex. First time we've had reflex today. Bobby Allison has reflex, and it only takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to get Morgan. And a 6-5, he doesn't get it done. Tim Richmond's got double reflex and a chip. He's going to need to use the chip. A 3-5, nope, he gets the lead without using the chip. Puts that old Milwaukee Pontiac in the lead here on turn number 22. Tim Richmond with a chip. Handsome Harry Gant's got reflex. And it'll take a 6 to get Richmond. Now 4-1, nope. And the only one now, the King's the last one with reflex. Can he get it done? 6-3, and the King's got problems. The King's got a damn problem. Ain't that a shame? 23. He has a tire rub. He'll drop back to 20th. The King's going to drop back to 20th. See who moves up here to the top and middle group. Move everybody up here. First chance is Jeffrey Bodine to get up to the top group. He gets it done. Now let's see who gets moved up here to the middle group. First one up is Jimmy Smut Means in that 52 car. Doesn't get it done. How about Trevor Boyes, the Canadian? Nope. Phil Parsons, Benny's little brother, gets it done. He goes from 22nd up to 19th. And we move on to turn number 23. Only 5 turns left, folks. 50 miles to go, and we got a middle group of skill and another stinking problem. First up in skill is Mr. Speed trying to get up to the top group. And a 3-2-3. And he's going to go from 17th up to 3rd. Lake Speed goes from last, and now he's up to 3rd. Started dead last in this race, folks. And Cal Petty's got double skill. He could get the lead here from Tim. And a 1-6-6, so he goes from 16th up to 7th. Knocks Jeffrey Bodine out of the top 10. And now he's got a shot at the lead. And it'll take a 5 or a 6. Richmond does have a chip, so he won't lose the lead. And he won't have to burn it. And who we got now? We got Neil Bonnet trying to get back up there, our outside pole winner, with a 5-1-3. And Bill's going to hold him off. And next up is Rusty Wallace in the deuce. And a 4-5-6. Rusty's going to go up to 6th place, knock Bobby Allison out of the top 10. Dale Earnhardt with a shot to move up here. And a 3-3-5. And Handsome Harry, Earnhardt moves up to 4th, knocks Handsome Harry out of the top 10 back to 11th. And that's it for skill, but we did have a problem. And who's got the problem? Ron Bouchard's got the problem. Let's see what kind of problem Ron's got. 45. And he has a radiator problem, and that'll end Ron's day. Ron will finish 24th with that radiator problem. So now we'll have to move somebody up to the middle group, see who that'll be. And first up is the King. Can the King get back up here at least to the middle group? Nope. And Jimmy Smut Means? Nope. Trevor Boyes? Nope. Helen Jr.? Yep. Helen Jr. goes from 23rd up to 19th. And we go to turn number 24. And we got a middle group of TV and, of course, a problem. First up is Jeffrey Bodine. And a 2-1 ain't getting it done. Next is Neil Bonnet. And a 3-5-5. And he's going to go from 14th up to 6th. Rusty moves back to 14th. Next up is Buddy Baker, that 88 car, and a 2-6-5, and he's going to get 7th away from Cal Petty. And the last TV driver in the middle group is Ricky Rudd. Can he get Bud Moore up there? Not with a 5, he can't. And now the problem is poor Ron Bouchard, and he blows up. Or does he? Let's look here. Yeah, Ron blows up. So poor Ron's out of the race. 49 car. Trevor Boyes rather blows up, finishes 23rd. We got 22 cars still running. You got Richmond in the lead, Elliott second, Speed third, Earnhardt fourth, Shepard fifth, Bonnet back up in the top group 6, Baker 7th, Terry 8th, Rudd 9th, and Handsome Harry rounds out the top 10 as we go to turn number 25. And we got a 6 car in the middle. Neither one of them is going to try a duel. On to turn number 26. 3 turns left, folks. And another duel. This time it is the 6 car in the top group. And Baker's going to hold off. He doesn't want to try. He's going to hold off here. We're going to go to the pit stops, the final money stop of the race here. Here it goes. Who can get some chips? We got a top group. 3 and 5 is going to switch. 3 and 5 is going to switch. And now let's see who can get some chips. Only the top group. Only the top group can get a chip. First up is Tim Richmond. He needs a 4 to get a second chip. And he doesn't get it. Elliott needs a 9. He gets it. And there's only 2 turns left, folks. 2 turns left. Lake Speed needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Neil needs a 5. He gets it done. Nice job by Junior Johnson. Shepard needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Earnhardt needs a 5. He doesn't get it. And Baker needs a 4. And doesn't get it. Let's see if anybody can beat Tim out of the pits. Tim's got a chip, so if they won't beat him out of the pits, they'll just make him burn the chip. And a 3-5. And Neil does beat him out of the pits, but Tim will use that chip to hold him off. And the white flag is out, folks. The white flag, the last turn here at the Martinsville Paperclip, the Goodies 500. Can Tim Richmond hold them off here? Here we go. And we got a middle group, so unless somebody's got double star, he's going to win this race, Tim Richmond is. So let's see, does anybody got star back here? First one up's Jeffrey Bodine trying to salvage a good finish here. He doesn't have double star, but he could get up to the top group here. And a 3-5-5, and he's going to go from 15th up to 6th, knocks Earnhardt out of the top group. Back to 15th, Earnhardt goes. And Buddy Arrington's got a star quality. And a 4's not getting it done. And Greg Sachs, he's double star. He could win this race with the double star. Here we go. See if he can get up to this top group first. 2, 4, 5. And Jeffrey Bodine does not stay in 6th long. Greg Sachs moves up to 6th and has a shot at winning this race, folks. And it only takes a 4 to get Tim Richmond. Only a 4. Damn. So 4, 5, or 6. And a 5. Oh, Greg Sachs rolls triples, folks. Rolls triples. Has a problem going for the lead. Ain't that crazy? Triple 5s. Let's see what kind of problem Sachs has. A 55, that'll be an odd problem. What kind of odd problems. He got a 31 brake broken sway bar. He'll drop to last place. He'll stay in the race, but he'll drop back to last place. He will finish 22nd. Ain't that crazy? Had a shot at the lead. Handsome Harry Gant now has a star quality. See if he can move up here. And a 3.64. And he's going to get. No, he's not. Baker has double star. He holds him off. Good job by Baker. And Ricky Rudd's got star. He's the last one and doesn't have double star. Tim Richmond is going to win this race, folks. And a 6-1 ain't getting it done. Now we'll see who moves up here to the top and middle group to finish this race out. Terry Labonte with a shot here to move up. Nope. How about Ricky Rudd? Nope. Handsome Harry? Nope. Bobby Allison? Bobby Allison moves up to 7th, finishes 7th in this race. Now let's see who can move up here to the middle group, pick up a spot. The King, can he move up? Nope. Jimmy Smut means nope. The one that can't's Greg Sachs. DW, can he move up? Yes, he does. He moves up to 19th. And Sachs is 22nd. And the checker flag drops. Tim Richmond is your winner, folks. Tim Richmond in an old Milwaukee Pontiac wins the race in that 27 car. Awesome. Tim Richmond. I liked old Tim Richmond. It's a damn shame him with the A's. It would have been nice to see him drive. So Tim Richmond wins the race here, folks, in the 27 car. Awesome Bill finishes 2nd. Should get the points lead back. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville finishes 2nd. But Lake Speed finishing 3rd. He's not going to pick up many spots, but he should get more than 4 and move past Speed in the points race. Neil Bonnet, he battles back to get a top 5. Finishes 4th. He was the outside pole winner. How about Morgan Shepherd finishing in the top 5? Nice job by Shepherd in that 00 car. Buddy Baker finishes in the top 10 in that 88 car. Nice job by Baker. Bobby Allison didn't make no friends today. He took old DW and put DW, got him out of the groove, bumped him out. Finishes 7th. DW, I have some nice words for Bobby. Like I say, DW is not a big fan of Bobby Allison anyway. Yeah. Texas Terry Labonte finishes 8th in the 44 Piedmont car. And Ricky Rudd in the Motorcraft Ford, he finishes 9th. Handsome Harry Gant gets a top 10 finish in that Skull Bandit. Jeffrey Bodine's got to be disappointed. Dominated the first part of this race. Finishes out of the top 10. Finishes 11th. Bodine not a happy guy with a 11th place finish. Finishing 12th is Buddy Arrington in that 67. And Rusty in the Deuce finishes 13th. Dale Earnhardt drops back to 14th. Not a good year for Earnhardt. And Tommy Ellis in the 18 finishes 15th. And Cal Petty, a disappointing day for the Roods brothers in that 7-Eleven Ford. He'll finish 16th. Phil Parsons in the 66 finishes 17th. Bobby Hillen Jr. in the 8 car finishes 18th. DW, another disappointing day. Like I say, Bobby Allison puts him in a bad spot. And DW finishes 11th. Finishes 19th and 11th. And remember the King was up front, folks, then had that problem. And finished 20th. Richard Petty, was nice seeing the King up front, but he had that problem and dropped back. Finishes 20th. Jimmy Smut Means, he'll finish 21st. And Greg Sachs going for the lead. Going for the lead. And has a problem and then finished 22nd. Sachs could have won this race on the last lap, folks. But he had a problem and finishes 22nd. I want to thank Beatles, Philip Reynolds, and ID Gesture for stopping by here today. Check out those 3 great channels, folks. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders and that like button. It don't cost you a dime. Next race, I think we're going back to the last short track on the schedule. We're going to North Wilkesboro, I believe. Let's check it out here. I believe we're going to North Wilkesboro. And that's Junior Johnson territory if anybody knows NASCAR. Yep, we are going to North Wilkesboro for the Holly Farms 400. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.